Hey guys, in this tutorial I'm gonna show you how you can get this magic rods in Minecraft. And yeah, it features a mana system as well. If you have at least 50 mana, you can use this spell. And yes, there's only one spell, which is this ice spear here. I'm gonna show it again. And you can see the spear comes down from some random direction, position. And that's pretty much everything this thing here does. Actually, the spear even applies, well, a freezing effect if you want to call it that. Actually, it's just slowness 256, but that pretty much does the same. See, this villager can't move, and now it's dead. Yeah, let's just get into the commands. Alright, first you're gonna have to create two scoreboards. The one we're gonna need first is called mana. You can do it like this. And the second one is called direction, but we're gonna need to implement this later. However, still created. Okay. And then we have got this command block here. This basically just tests, okay, does the player have 199 or less mana? And then it gives 1 mana to the player, so that's 20 mana a second. Because it has no delay in ticks. Every player just gets 0 mana in the beginning, otherwise this first command block won't work. Well, then you've got this little title raw command here. You can change the text here, you can... Nah, actually don't change the score. You can just change the text and make sure to leave one space after the colon. Otherwise it's not gonna look too nice. And that's for the mana. So next we need to detect right-clicking with this rod. And then subtract mana and do the other stuff like summoning the projectiles. So now this is where the direction scoreboard we just created comes into play. First of all, it is tested if the player has 50 or more mana, so they can run the command. If you want the spell to have some other mana cost than 50, then just change the mana cost of 50 to whatever you want within this chain here. Basically just within every command block from now on which contains mana. Then the player also looks, okay, are there any fishing hooks nearby within a range of 3 blocks? And yeah, then if both of these requirements are met, the player runs this command here. So this just randomizes the direction. Actually, I could have called it position, it probably would have fit better. Well, it cares. So if the direction score is 1, the armor stand, so that's the projectile, it's called ice_spear, it's called summoned at that position. If the direction score is 2, it's summoned at this position over here. This is for 3, and well, sorry, then this is for direction 4. Obviously you can change all of these coordinates and add even more positions the armor stand can spawn in, but I think 4 is reasonably enough. Okay, that's just the sound with the slightly altered pitch. Is this random.glass sound, which basically is played when glass breaks, so that's nothing special about it. In the end, the player's direction score gets reset to 0. Otherwise, the projectiles would keep on being summoned at that position. The mana score is removed. And then in the end, the fishing hook is killed, so it stops testing for the fishing hook. Positively testing for the fishing hook, sorry. Now we still need to have a look at the effect commands. And by effect, I'm just referring to everything the projectiles do. So first of all, as these are armor stands, they get invisibility. Otherwise you'd see their armor stands and that wouldn't look nice. Okay, then you also have this command here that runs particle command. That's a particle command, and yeah, just displays these particles you could see. You can also change these to anything else if you want. These just make sure. Wait, I think it was a row of 3 command blocks, right? No, it was a row of 2 command blocks that they teleport towards the targets. And this makes sure that if there is no target, the arm stand or the projectile is just gonna float in the air until there is a target within range. Oh, and yeah, before I forget about it, this tests for targets within a range of 10 blocks. You can increase or decrease this range however you like. Okay, then this here also takes all of the ice spears and has them test for an entity which is in a range of 1 blocks, and it's not a player and stuff, just it belongs to the family mob. That's actually what it tests for, and if it's not an armor stand, because armor stands for some reason also are counted as mobs, and if that test is positive, then it adds the tag ice_spear to every entity, even itself, within a range of 1 block. So each ice spear with the tag ice spear just dies instantly. So the projectile is also removed. When it hits each other entity, each entity that's not named ice spear with the tag ice spear runs a play sound command. There's just another little sound. Then each entity with the tag ice spear that's not an ice spear runs this damage command. This is the amount of damage. And, well, I think 15 is alright. Probably could be more. Then, if the target survived that hit, it also gets slowness 10, slowness 256 for 10 seconds. This duration here is which you can change. And if you wanted to display particles, just remove this true in the end. And actually, finally, the tag ice spear is removed from all entities again, so that it just so that the affected entities just take damage once and just are affected by slowness once. This was the tutorial. I really hope you enjoyed it. And if you want to know how to get a working jetpack in Minecraft Bedrock, then just click this video linked on the screen right now. We'll see you in another video.